Hello and welcome to Tier Fun. I'm Andrew, your guide through Modern, and today we're going to take a trip down the Spice Channel. The Spice Channel? The Spice Channel. We'll call it Spice Channel. So, yeah, we're doing a Tribal Zoo list. Tribal because we're playing Tribal Flames. For those of you that don't know, it is the biggest, baddest 2-mana burn spell, I think, probably. And that's Modern legal. All right, I'm getting less confident about it as it goes on, but yeah. Basically, it'll deal damage to creature and player equal to the amount of basic land types you have. And we have access to all 5. So, yeah, that's the game plan here. This is a list. It's kind of been floating around in Modern for a while now. Nothing too... I mean, the list itself is spicy, but there's nothing too fancy in the list. Most lists most lists run Bant Charm. I decided I'd rather test out Jet Guide Charm. It's another 4-mana burn spell, which, in case you haven't noticed, this deck likes to run, likes to dome the face. It's very aggressive. Let's remove one Grim Lavamancer. I just realized we're at 61. That would have been embarrassing. So, yeah. Also, most lists run the more aggressive Geist of Saint Traft here. I don't have Geist to my eternal displeasure and sadness, but I think Spell Queller is good here too. Helps us to protect our Tarmogoyfs and I guess just our Tarmogoyfs and our Tamiyos, Narnum Renegades. Also, most lists run Wild in the Cattle here. I like Renegade. It's obviously slightly less aggressive, but I think one of the cool things about a deck like this is that in aggressive matchups, in matchups where we need to be the aggressor, we can be very aggressive with Renegades, Tarmogoyfs, double Exalted, Tribal Flames to finish them off. But we can also switch it around and play a defensive game well with this Tamiyo. Help you grind. Tamiyo helps you kind of, as long as you have creatures on the board, so it's not really the best on an empty board. But Tamiyo will help you both get through damage and deter attackers. And since we have these flyers here, we're gonna basically... We can shift between 2 outcomes, which is just beat face when necessary or chip damage. Snapcastering back our lightning bolts or our tribal flames, hopefully, fingers crossed. Or maybe even a Just Guide Charm. Thalia is another kind of... it's just a glue card in this deck. I think if you can get a Thalia on turn 2, you're pretty dang far ahead. Even on 3 with a Goyf on board, Thalia, I think, is a very powerful magic card that hasn't really found a home yet. And I think this is potentially a place for her. This Thalia, of course. It's just a very annoying card to deal with. Unless you have, obviously, the removal spell for it. But, yeah, I'm interested to see how this deck is going to fly. We're playing blue and green. So, obviously, Tarmogoyf for green, Karanos for blue. That's how we do on this stream. I'm also interested in testing out Tamiyo. I have not... If we cast her on this recording, it'll be my first time casting her. That would be cool. I don't think there's anything too spicy in the board. Johnny. We've got Planeswalkers for when we need to grind. Wheel of Sun and Moon is our graveyard hate that I'm testing out. If you've been following the stream or my channel since its inception, or recently at all, I've played almost every graveyard cards that interact with the graveyard. Graveyard Answers, I suppose. This is one I'm trying out now. I know Rest in Peace is great, but I think Tarmogoyf plus Rest in Peace is a bit too much of a nombo for me. So I'm trying out Wheel of Sun and Moon instead of something like Rest in Peace. Gaddock Teague's also a nice card in a deck like this. Obviously not with Tamiyo or a Johnny or Karanos, but otherwise. So we're going to be looking to burn people. And so, following up my most recent video, which I think has almost double the views that I typically get at the high end. I'm going to go, instead of a weird land destruction deck, we're going kind of just aggressive. So we're gonna switch it up entirely. So yeah, I like to play a lot of different things in Modern. I guess recently I've been playing a lot of Tarmogoyf because I just got them, and when you get your first Tarmogoyf, you probably play it with it a lot. So it's a card that I'm enjoying casting in Modern. We starting up, going slow. Okay, let's get to it. We've starting off with one that's testing me. If this was noble, I think it's a keep, hundo keep. One land, one drop. Not even guaranteed. We'd have to choose which 2-drop we want to cast outside of, I guess, Tarmogoyf. So we'd probably get red, green. Nah, let's mulligan this. Oof, this is tough. We're mulliganing. Alright, this is a lot safer. We still get to lead on Narnum, and we have more information with the lands that we're getting. So that's always great. That's one of the hardest parts of playing a 5-color... Ooh, Tamiyo. We got a bottom of them. 5-color zoo list, or domain zoo, is trying to figure out what lands you need access to the most. So we definitely want a green source here. We have red and white, so green, black would probably be the best, but we don't have access to that. So I guess the only green source we have is Temple Garden or Breeding Pool. Breeding Pool gives us access to 4 colors, so we'll do that. And pass the turn. So, okay, Tron. That's kind of a good matchup for us, as long as we can get out. Only. I would like to get that right now. I think we'll play it anyways. Just to get an extra point of damage. So, yeah, Tron is usually fairly weak to aggressive zoo strategies. Okay, well, interesting. So I guess they're waiting for me. We'll just attack in for 4. If we were to sacrifice Kasali right now, they could just obviously do that in response. So they get to have Tron next turn. There's a potential school of thought for me to leave this behind in case there's like a board, an Oblivion Stone or something. But I don't think they have the mana to activate it this turn. We can Kasali it. So Karn is an issue, but it's not that big of an issue. Wormcoil is not actually pretty good for us here. So we're just gonna path it and crack in. We also don't have a black-white, so we have to untap and path. We should get black. So, do we want to bolt on the end step? I think we can wait. We're just gonna wait. So let's path. Praise the Path Lords. Cracking for 4. And let's see, 4. So down to 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, let's play the Renegade for lethal. Holding up Kasali and a Grim activation. Actually, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, we already had lethal, so I didn't need to play that. O-Stone. Well, they get to O-Stone here, which is basically the worst case scenario. Really wish we had not played that Renegade. Okay. Boom, bop, bip. Let's actually tap for red. We'll keep the the path in there. So yeah, we should be playing a Renegade next turn. Wow, Queller is pretty decent draw. I don't anticipate we're going to actually get to quell anything, but just having a 2/3 here is a lot better than most of our draws. So this is black-green Tron, so we're expecting potential fatal pushes and whatnot. hand disruption post board. Karn is really good here. Ballista is also really annoying here. I think we have to bolt it. So we quelled this, and then they ballista. Ugh, man, if we had access to one more mana. So we quell this, and they ballista me away. I guess that gets rid of their ballista. Three, four, five. I guess we do it. It's not great. This is, oh. It's going to be an entire video of me misclicking my mana. So they're not doing it now. Okay, so we even get in. Interesting. Okay, now they're going for it. Okay. Well, they get their trinket. They bobble. Both of those are, well, at least bobble. Both of those are potential references to magic cards, so maybe we shouldn't call it. They get their stone. But we force them to blow it next turn, thanks to this Goyf. Surprisingly small, thanks to my getting rid of my lands. But, you know, can't have it all. Unless you play perfectly, then you can. Alright. Expedition map. Okay, if they don't have another payoff card, we're okay. The fact that they just fetched up for more mana makes me feel like they definitely have a payoff card here. I think we're pretty dead. Which is kind of unfortunate, because this is a pretty good matchup for us. Okay, you got me. So Snapcaster Mage is probably our best draw next turn. That's not it. So we've ground through 2 O stones, a walking ballista, and worm coil engine. So it's not so bad. We're doing all right. I think I'll leave this in my hand. Just I don't know what equity we're buying there, but I think it's all right. They might Karn my hand, I guess, is where we're at. We're hoping they Karn my hand. It's not even that good, because having a 4th mana for Tamiyo is actually kind of where I want to be. 6, 7, 8. Okay. So we're on the Ugin clock now. They are 2 turns away from ultimating. They have something else too. Oh, Chromatic Sphere. That's not so bad. Come on. I don't even. It really is just Snapcaster here. Because now Ugin can get rid of any creature we play. What stuff? What stuff is this? Utter nonsense. We did get to fade. We got lucky, and then they had Worm Coil early and not Karn. I don't think the Renegade obviously should have been played differently, but I don't think it actually would have had an outcome in the game. So permanent. Get Steam Vents. Planes. That we don't have to play. Okay. Opponent ultimated. That's pretty much game over for us. We're going to keep grinding, though. You never know. Ooh, opponent chatted. Tribal Zoo, question mark? They're dead right. But we're not going to tell them because we're not in the business of giving up equity for free. Yeah, that's pretty good. Double Karn, Worm Coil, World Breaker. They don't get the cast trigger, thank God. But yeah, we're pretty dead. I'm gonna play my next turn just to see what we draw, and then we are in the business. We are in the business of conceding here. Oh my God, they have something else. Yeah, okay, that's fine by me. Don't look at my deck. Only I get to. Thank you very much. So Gaddock Teague seems great. Unified Will seems alright. Wheel of Sun and Moon seems pretty pointless. I don't know. Yeah, Johnny's actually not bad, especially on the play. It's not phenomenal either, though. Destructive Revelry. I think we probably would want Grudge over Revelry. So here's my maybe pile. Here's my definite pile. I think this is fine to leave. Tamiyo also is probably fine to leave. Because it's unlike the other Tamiyo, this one does not tap. Well, yeah, it's non-land permanence, so we'll get that out of here. Spell Queller's pretty medium. It's really just good for exactly how we did it last turn. I guess it's also good for early ballistas, but Spell Queller's on the outs. So I guess we would rather have. We might be alright with Grim. Gaddock Teague's good. Bringing in Gaddock Teague and then bringing in a Johnny seems like a bit of a nombo. Are we okay with that? Maybe. Johnny's not phenomenal. Yeah, I guess we could run it back like this. Spell Queller is just is alright. 3 mana flash creature, essentially. We do wish we had something better for it. Okay. The old 3-land hit. Narnum Renegade. I think this is a keep. 1 mana, 2 3s. Find my book. Okay, we don't have access to black mana, but we can get access to every other kind. So let's get green-white here, I guess. We can also do Breeding Pool, and then we can play this tapped. Could also just get Forest, but no thank you. Stomping Ground. No. Breeding Pool. Sacred Foundry is not a green source, so it's just Breeding Pool or Temple Garden here. So let's go with Breeding Pool. I'm terrified of fetching the wrong land. Literally terrified. So we can't Helix on turn 2, but that's okay. Dramatic Sphere. We're more in the business. Ooh, okay, that's good. We're more in the business of. I'm saying in the business of a lot, a lot this recording. We're in the market. It's slightly different for countering. Ooh, they're searching right now. Countering expedition maps and the like. Scrying, yeah, sure, we'll get that. This can get a black source, so let's do that. So now they're 2 turns away from Tron, assuming they have it in hand. Tarmogoyf was a great draw for us. Let's begin our combat. Get in for our 2. We can't hold up anything, so we might as well save some life here. About to smash some face, Tron. What you got? What you got, Tron? So far, nothing. Still nothing. Green. Ancient Stirrings. Phenomenal magic card. Ghost Quarter. Okay. Chromatic Sphere. So opponent's digging, but now they're still 2 more turns off from Tron. And we have 9 points of burn in hand. Hello, Nurse. Is it getting hot in here? Is that just me? Is it getting hot in here, guys? Woo. Woo. So we're going to Helix end step. Hope to draw a red source. And then finish it off. I guess we can finish it off anyways. 6, 9, untap. Bolt. Oh, just let me cast it. Just let me cast it. So these are the good Tron hands. For us, anyways. 1 Tron piece. I guess they had 2, but boom. Unified Will. GTFO. Abrupt Decay is going to get us, looks like. If opponent gets around to casting it. Here's your Abrupt Decay. Maybe it's not Abrupt Decay. Collective Brutality. Okay, well, they get to gain 2 life and get one of my bolts, but the other bolt's gonna do the job. And they discarded Karn, so that just beeps up my Goyf. Yeah. Feeling good. We even get to hold up Spell Queller if for some reason this lightning bolt doesn't resolve, which it has to because we have Spell Queller. Had all D's. Still had all D's. I could bring in Grudges and Revelries. Maybe that's better than Spell Queller. The thing is, like, it doesn't help us against early, like, between turns 1 through 3. That's not really where we want to be. But maybe it's just okay to be that way. Maybe Jeskai Charm is a bit better off as a artifact removal spell. Creatures you control +1/+1. So, like, we can put a world. It's really only good against Wormcoil, because Worldbreaker, you don't want them to cast it twice. Do I want to get rid of 2 artifacts or just 1? Probably 2 is fine. Plus, it's 1 less instant for their collective brutalities, which they have shown no signs sideboarding out. We could also get rid of some paths with an Ancient Grudge siding in for 1 path. Actually, I really like that. This is kind of the same thing. Maybe it's not the same thing. Do we want Revelries? I feel like this should be an easy sideboarding, and for some reason it's giving me all sorts of trouble. We'll just run it back. I keep wanting to upgrade. Having a hand full of paths is pretty bad, and here it is. Okay, right on cue. Otherwise, this hand is kind of enticing, but we'll get rid of it. Well, this is similar to last time. Bottom that. Oh, hey, Path. Right on time. Let's get... I want to get Blood Crypt with this, but we can't. So... let's get Stomping Ground. Green. So red. Yeah, Stomping Ground's fine. gonna hope that Unified Will is good yet again. What you got, opponent? Tower. All right. This is already a lot better than last time. Let's get in for 2. We're gonna take 2 here. It's kind of a dead giveaway that we have Unified Will, but I want to be able to counter a O-Stone here. Opponent's asking where the Tribal Flames is. Where the Tribal Flames at? So at this point, I'm going to let this resolve. It is great. There's the O-Stone. I'm more, now that they have 2 Tron pieces, I'm more into countering their payoff spells. I wish I knew where the Tribal Flames were. Hello. Okay. Where's the opponent is really going in on me here about I want 5 to the dome. Where's the cattle? Oh, it's so funny. Just a simple LOL. Okay, there's their spell. So let's see what they go for here. Opponent asking if I think Narm's better. So they went with Karn, so we will gladly. I think we should have left up a white source so we could path this if they go for it. Not that it's any good. So this is actually working out for us because then it would counter our Unified Will. And by go for it, I mean try to remove this. Okay, so sadly we have to leave up Spell Queller here. Because we know they have O-Stone. Oh, opponent top 8'd at SCG, TCG states with Tribal Zoo. Opponent, good guy opponent. Even though they're on Tron, we can forgive them that. Oh, man. All right, let's just get this conversation all the way up here. Who cares what's actually happening in the game anymore? My face is unfortunately covering this part right here, but you can see most of it. Opponent going for, oh geez, 7 mana, not good. Worm Coil, that's actually pretty awesome for us. Let's see if they have another Tron piece, and then they're going to play the, yeah, they're going to play O-Stone here. So let's quell the O-Stone. We unfortunately cannot path as well. Because while Zoo's pretty great, Tribal Zoo's pretty great at getting out 4 to 5 colors, it's not great at getting out multiple, like white. stuff outside of the like green, as you can see, it really depends on how you formulate your mana base. Oh, here it is, boys. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, we're so close. So I think we play Tarmogoyf here. My reasoning is we could just draw a fetch land next turn and do 5 to the dome. If they have a removal spell for this, it's likely that they might not have the mana. I guess that's very wrong because they have Expedition Map. Gives you good luck. All right, so just said thanks to the GG and GGs as well. And may the zoo love live forever, yada, yada, yada. But this is a great matchup for Tribal Zoo. Tribal Flames, it's just a bit too aggressive. And we have Tarmogoyf. Tarmogoyf decks are usually decent to great against Tron. So yeah, opponent was also happened to be #goodguy. And we're all about that here. So we're gonna play one more match. I have my headphones in today, so I'm trying to be able to catch any audio mess ups. But we are definitely going to. I'm gonna pause after this next match, and check on the recording because it's been getting ridiculous. I thought I had it fixed. Hilariously enough, with my most recent video being my currently most popular one. Of course, that's the one where the last match, the last part of the last match, the audio gets kind of crackly. So that's been pretty great. I was pretty happy about that. Really good timing for that. Thanks, Mike. Not Mike the person, Mike the microphone. But yeah, so we're gonna be taking a lot more precautions with our audio as time goes on. I do think I need to. Match coming here. I need to check all my I've been going through all my settings, but I think I need to keep up and actually start switching around programs for recording both audio and visual. Visio is not a word. Video is. We're mulliganing this. This freaking pile of cards we have here. What the crap? Yeah, this is a hand. Sure, we'll keep it. Yeah, I think we keep that too, sadly. So we got our Ambush Viper. I mean, I guess we're just fetching it away, so never mind. So this is, if I had thought for half a second, I might have saved this, but this can get Watery Grave, so we're not in a bad spot. So this is getting Watery Grave, so that's blue-black. We have red, so we don't have to worry about that. We do need green here, so probably green-white is where we want to be. Let's just hope Narno's good for us here. Oh, okay. So we're gonna fetch Watery Grave just to trigger Revolt. And hope 2/3 Death Touches is just gonna be good against Sunpetal Grove Pass because our hand is not helping us out in the slightest. Ooh, Hexproof. Okay. Well, we'll just play this tapped. Cry. We're definitely Snapcaster blocking this if they let us. No, actually, you should read the card. Always read the card, ladies and gentlemen. This cannot be blocked. So I think getting something like Tribal Flames and Snapcastering it back is where we are right now. So I'm not going to play out the Snapcaster. Unless something happens. Yeah, unblockable. Ooh, that's pretty good. Another one? Yowza! So they have a 3-turn clock. We have a... Well, I guess we do have to cast out the Snapcaster now. Now we have a 2-turn clock. Path right on time. Perfect deck for it. Alright, well, just gotta hope that they don't have one more enchantment. Bogles is such a good deck. Because it's also super annoying. Yeah, that'll do. Daybreak Cornet will definitely kill us here. If they want to cast another spell, they're welcome to it. But it looks like a pretty stock list. So I think we're going to be alright post-board against this. Obviously, we can get browned out of nowhere. But we can get rid of... We have a lot of good things to bring in. Gaddock isn't all that good. Revelry's great. Tap target. Not good. Just Unified Will might be alright. I think Kozilek's Return is probably good too. Timely maybe. Johnny maybe. We definitely want to go down on pads. Grim. We want all of our burn for just reach. Thalia is target, sadly. But we can target our own things. But I think we probably want to just be closer to the ground. Thalia is going to be alright if we can get him. And Spell Queller is pretty good too. So that's 7 and 7. Seagrims. Oh man, the jokes are real bad today, guys. I'm sorry. I'm very sorry. I think we're alright without Timely. Unified Will is a bit of a risk because we took out one drop, but I think it's gonna get there. Jeskai Charm, huh? That's probably not good. Pretty great in a race though. Yeah, I guess we'll go with it. It's either that or something like a Johnny or Timely. And I think gaining a crap ton of life out of nowhere is good. Yeah, this is great. Opponent mulliganing. So we're not going to lead on Engineered. It could be that playing it on 1 is where we want to be. Okay, well, there goes the burn plan. We'll just see what happens. We could also play this for 4 if need be. Wow, that was a good draw. So let's just jam the Goyf here. And then we can start going from there. We can play this tapped actually. So what gives us a green? Anything that isn't a green source. Black-red is probably where we want to be. No, I think I want blue. Maybe blue-red. We're not going to be able to cast Tribal Flames probably, so we don't really have to prioritize that. And I want to, in case if this gets passed, we have forest and plains. So, but I don't have access to blue. So I think Steam Vents is where we want to be. Yeah. So they get down a creature, potentially. Let's see what happens. Sylvana, Ledgewalker. So, yeah, we're just going to attack here. And pass. Playing the Goyf out, having an engineered explosives is a bit awkward. But we're going to be alright. We're going to counter the first thing they go for. Or actually, we might just Destructive Revelry the first thing they go for on Silhana. So, yeah, we're going to let this resolve because this might be Daybreak Coronet. And if that's true, then we get to get him. Boom. So, Coronet falls off. Yeah, that's pretty great for us. Opponent's free to attack if they wish. I think we don't fetch. Save Revolt. Wow, that's great. Okay. We're doing it now. So we've got Snapcaster Revelry. We've got Unified Will. We've got it all. Rancor is fine. If they go for another one, let's see if they attack. I'm sure they will. I think Snapcaster Revelry is where we want to be here. Ooh, maybe not. So Snap Revelry, then we can Unified Will the next one. Sure. Plains is, I think, fine here. Yeah, Snapcaster. So we took 2 damage, but we are fine. Okay, so that I forgot about that interaction. It's kind of awkward that we did that twice. I'm just now realizing. But it's okay. We're going to eventually play this for 1, it looks like. Fine with that. I guess we have double Unified Will, so it looks almost on purpose. For some reason, I thought Rancor was only if it was from the graveyard after being, like if the creature died, not if Rancor died. When Rancor was put into a graveyard from the battlefield, Andrew. That's what it reads, Andrew. Don't be dumb. All right, so opponent had enough. We still had all these too. Do I want to change anything up? I don't think so. Yeah, we have a whole bunch of hate. This is kind of great. Hate's great, ain't it, mate? I'll take hate for 8. Okay. I think Jeskai Charm is the one card I would want to be rid of. Like if we had one more, say if we had another enchantment hate, if we had a Reclamation Sage or something. But I don't think I want. Ooh, actually, yeah. I should have sideboarded it out because after we'd seen that Leyline of Sanctity, I think. Let's see, via the sideboard. I think most everything is better than that. Not Gaddock. Tamiyo probably is. Sure. We can cast everything. Narnum's pretty great in this matchup, only just now realizing. I think we lead on Hierarch, though. Sure. Hierarch into Renegade and Revelry next turn. That seems fine. Is that doable? Yes, it is. And if we draw a fetch, this Renegade gets swole. Deliciously and dangerously swole. Alright, that's a good one. We have to Revelry that. It does not. Sure. Green 1. We're gonna pass. This is Revelry mana. Opponent might not attack into it. but I'm very okay with trading here. +1/+1 protection from creatures. Ugh, gross. So yeah, we can get rid of one of them, but we can't do anything about the next one until next turn. So yeah, we'll just go about our merry way. We do get to play Pride Mage, though. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. What's better? Man, I don't even know. Probably Spell Sky? So we even, thanks to Noble Hierarch, we don't even have to take mana or damage for the first one. Bogles. What a boggle of a deck. What a boggle of a deck. Oh man. Oh man. It's not even a saying. It's not even anything anyone. There's no old English man out there saying what a boggle of a deck. Opponent gets in for 2 here. But we are looking for. Oh, dang it! We are looking for. Really anything at this point. Mana would be phenomenal. Fetch land. Snapcaster Mage isn't even all that good. So opponent can't attack now. Because I will. Well, I guess they can attack, but I will take this first one. I don't want to sacrifice Kasali right off the bat. Opponent needs a removal spell for the Spellscape. There is a world where they have a whole lot of enchantments and they force us to machine gun our health down. But 4 times 2 is 8, and I'm good going. They don't have any burn, so I'm good going to 4 against these guys. Okay. Sacred Foundry. All right. Well, we got to get rid of Kasali here, sadly, if we want to keep going. So swing in here, see if they want to block. I'm sure they do want to block, but then we get rid of. They do get rid of our Kasali with this line, but we get rid of their Boggle. Okay, they don't want to. All right, well, if that's the case. We're gonna shock as well. Let's just gain 3 life by shocking or healing our Spell Guide if we want. It also gives us access to the most mana possible, which is what we want to be doing. We want to be. We're gonna be getting rid of the Spirit Mantle here. If they attack, I doubt they will. Okay. At this point, what do we do? I think we're just good. This is pretty conservative. Let's see if they do it now. At this point, we might even be able to get rid of the ley line. I don't think they block here. Okay. So yeah, on their end step, we'll get rid of the ley line and commence the burning. Kasali's great. I've very rarely played with this card. I get the hype behind it. Just tacking Exalted onto it too is like Oh yeah, sure, have this. It's playable, I think, as is, but Exalted really pushes it. Green-white, man. Green-white has a lot of good tools. I think I'm a closet taxes player at heart. So we can deal 6 damage to their face. If we had another land, it'd be 9, but let's see, 1, 3, 3, 6, yeah. 1 for the Kasali to get rid of the leyline. So the opponent has 5 enchantments in hand. We're a little bit, it's a little risky, but I think we're just fine here. And they just play another leyline here? Okay. It's actually kind of annoying. So, say we get rid of this, then we can swing in for 1, 2, 3. I think we're just gonna keep playing it safe. Second leyline is actually pretty good for opponent. Boggle resolves. So they're probably going to chump here. Watered Grave. So we can attack with Tarmogoyf, and that's lethal. 1, 2, 3, 4. No, it's not. So let's just get in with Narno. So we're playing very conservative, but I think that's fine. I don't think there's much Bogles can do to punish this, but they've got to make this block eventually. Lightning Helix now gains us 3 life, and we're going to be doing that for sure. So Hana, okay, that's a bit annoying. They do have Path eventually, which we do need to be aware of. White, red. Queller. Okay. Queller means I think we can attack with all 3 of these guys. So 1 trades with everything, trades with everything. Or all 3 good attacks. They don't trade with everything. Blocking this, if they block with the Glade Cover Scout, we are going for it. Sure. This is, I think, where they want to be at is not this block. Yep. They do get to survive this way, I guess. So yeah, that was a good block. So if I was going to attack like that, my best line was to sacrifice Kasali pre-combat. Minor punt of minor mistake, sure, but it's not gonna end up hurting us here. We got Queller, we got Spellskite. Still had all these. We have 5, 14 burn in hand. Like, ugh. I bet opponents over there like, man, if only I drew something if only I drew a path to deal with this Spellskite instead of this ley line, but that actually, the second ley line kept them in the game. Opponent working their way through all possible lines. Sure. Let's just attack with Tamiyo. Should have played Spell Queller, but I don't think there's any reason to go shields down. Spell Queller is lethal, but like, I mean, opponent has to do something or they're dead. Let's just change that. Thank you, sir. Any more enchantments you wish to give me? Yeah, they can have that one. Any more? I really only stole the first one so I could get so I was a legal target for a mantle. Whatever this is, we'll take. Yoink. We would have taken anything that was lifelink as well. Yeah. Alright, so we're going to take a little break. I'm going to address the audio. Hopefully it's fine. And then we're going to come right back for the last match. Paused. Oh. Alright, we're back. And through the magic of editing, I am also here with some post-food soda leftovers. Yeah, so let's, the audio seemed good, so let's just kick it back. Whoop, video looks good too. Yeah. I think it's a good sign that we were able to take out Bogles, especially when we had upwards of anywhere from 2 to 5 dead cards in our hand, thanks to, like, they negated our burn spells with the ley lines, and we were able to cobble together wins with Narn Renegade and Tarmogoyf. I mean, you're not really cobbling together a win if you have a Tarmogoyf, but it's a good sign for the deck's viability. Ooh, this is it, isn't it? This is the tester hand. So lead on Hierarch. We have 20 lands left in the deck. So that's 3. It's 1 and 3. Well, a little less than that. I think we like this. These 3 cards are castable. I suppose with a fetch, this is castable as well. I think we're going to keep it. We might get max punished here if we don't draw lands, but if we do, this hand is phenomenal. Well, maybe not phenomenal, but it's good. Okay. Well, if we're playing against Infect here, we need to draw lands fast. The old breeding pool, too. Ooh, Bant Eldrazi. I haven't seen that in forever. I think this is a good matchup for us. I don't really know, though. I was thinking to myself, do we want to path this thing? But we don't even have path. I don't even know what I'm thinking. I think we get down the Goyf, and then from there on out we just hold up our stuff, be it Spell Queller, or, well, we just hold up Spell Queller because we can't cast either of these burn spells as is. They have Drowner too. Well, I don't know if we're beating this draw. Tamiyo's alright. We need to get rid of this. So we need to draw fetch land. Okay. We could also just get rid of this. Two cards left. Displacer cracks in for 5 a turn. I guess we go for it. They don't have any counter spells, so I guess we'll do it on their upkeep. Even before counter spell. Actually, let's do it 1, 2, 3. Let's see. Yeah, this is bad. We should have done it on our turn. They do get, now that they have access to all their mana, Path is actually impossible for us to cast. Let's see. 1, 2. Okay. 3. 1, 2, 3. Another displacer. So if they go to displace here, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. If they go to displace, we get rewarded, even though this is not good. This was not a good way to do this. Oh wow, they're displacing there. Interesting. Well, we'll just path that. So yeah, they could have very easily just went to combat, not tapped any mana, and then we're in like an incredibly bad position. Because they played like this, we get a little bit rewarded for playing this way. They can get in for 5 again. And we just need a red source or more paths, I suppose. I guess any mana, any land is good here. Tamiyo is probably better than anything that we can draw. Okay, so Tamiyo taps down both of these guys. Conversely, we could plus on them, looking to block. I think we're all right with that. We have to get a red source here. And because of that, we're going to be risking our life total a bit. Red-black gives us 4. Red-blue gives us 4. I guess we want red-blue. Defense. And white. Tap down both of those. And I guess we can attack. We're probably going to lose Tamiyo anyways. But we'll hold back. We'll force them to expend their mana. Not that that's like all that good here. They're very far ahead of us. Eldrazi Temple is a hell of a drug. So this gets bounced, and they get to get in for 2. Oh, 3. Okay. Path is actually quite good for us, because now, let's see, they have 1, 2, 3, so, this is actually real tricky, isn't it? Because they have access to 1, 2, oh, wait, no, they don't. Well, yes, they do. Yeah, they can sacrifice the Scion. So it's exile another target creature. So we can get rid of one of them. So I guess let's go for we want Path to fizzle. Okay. So they're using this displacer's targeting that one, sure. So let's go to fizzle our Path. The question is, do we care about getting the one we already targeted, or do we just get this one? I think we'll just go for this. Now, if we can just remove this other displacer, we're going to be all right. If they have path, yeah, we're just dead. Okay. All right. I think we were just dead there anyways. All right. What's good against Eldrazi? I think our deck in general is good against them. Unified Will, potentially good. They do have Caverns though, so maybe not. I think Ajani is actually just fine. Gaddock Teague seems fine as well. Timely could be all right. Kozilek's return's decent as well. It's really only against their Scions and the other dudes. I think we won't bring it in. I think we do want these two cards. Oh. Where did the other one go? Oh, Gaddock. Thalia seems fine. Spell Queller's kind of medium. We could just go down to 2 Quellers. Kasali Pride Mage is fine. Engineered Explosives. I don't think there's anything we really and truly care about exploding. Helix is fine, and so is Bolt because of their... we really have to get rid of their Displacer. Displacer is really quite good. Because of that, do we care about Spellskite? Probably. Alright, so Grim can get out. Kasali is probably medium. I think Tamiyo is fine, even though it's a Nombo with Gaddock. And then rid ourselves of 1 Spell Queller. Run it back like this. Jeskai Charm could be a whole lot of tempo, one way or the other. And I do believe it is a race. And that's always good in a race. Sure. This seems great. Oh, God, I'm getting a little bit of the shivers from drinking a cold drink too fast. Oh. It's probably caffeine related as well. If we want some real talk. So we have our black in hand, which makes fetching a whole lot easier for us. Opponent's on mulligan is 6. Narnum. Narnum's actually a pretty good card for us. We could just fetch a basic forest here. Nah. I think we might fetch basic plains. No, I think we want to keep our basics in the deck. So we have access to red. So let's get green, blue. Sure. The hidden benefit there of we want all of as many blue sources as we can muster out for the Spellskite. Depending on what opponent does turn 1, we might just throw out Spellskite. I guess we're okay if one of our Tarmogoyfs gets pathed. Let's see what this is. Because the upside, if they don't have a path, is Eldrazi Temple. It's pretty big. Okay. So let's play this tapped. No, that's wrong. Play this untapped, and then we can get a white source there. Sure. Tarmo. The Goyf man cometh. So, if they want to path us next turn, that means they don't get to play a 3-drop. Looks like they want to play a 3-drop. Yeah, we're just going to Helix this. Ooh, Tribal Flames. Yeah, we're going to Helix. Green. So we're looking for white. Just white, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. So do we want white red or white blue or white green? I don't think it matters. So let's get white blue to maximize our blue sources. This also pumps El Goif. Which, you know, we always want to be doing. And now Bant is on the back foot. Oop, keep pressing F6. And will forever until I change it back from 6 to F6. Alright, Eldrazi, what have you? Don't care. Care, but can't do anything about. This is dealing 5 damage next turn. They have engineered explosives. Okay, that's good to know. It's not actually all that good against us. We do have 8 1-drops, so maybe it is, but just jam it. Depending on how they block. Okay. So 1, 2. They could spend their whole turn next turn getting rid of my 2-drops. I think I'm fine with that. And then if they do that, we can 5, 6, 7 them. So usually, you know, you don't want to be jamming multiple 2-drops into a sweeper, essentially. But I think if they want to do that, we want to entice them to do that. And it looks like that's what they're doing. So we have won this game. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep. See if opponent wants to take lethal without it. Probably not. I was getting worried we wouldn't win a game of Tribal Flames in all these recordings. Worry no longer. 5 damage to the face. Here we come. Mwah. Oh. Bye-bye. All right. That was great. Opponent might think we have Death Shadows, so they might actually keep those in too. But that's something to note. Maybe a reason to bring back in a Kasali. I think we're good though. Yeah, let's just run it back. We have Spell Queller for it. Spell Queller is actually a phenomenal answer for that. Because it comes back at 0, and we don't have anything for 0. We didn't even have to show them Spellscape. Always great. The question is, do I want a 4th Spell Queller over this Jeskai Charm? No, I don't think so. Because on the play, maybe that was the right move, but I think on the draw, they'll get to 3 before we have 3. This is good at any stage in the game. I suppose this is an alright top deck as well. I'm kind of just wanting to cast this, to be honest. Like, it's a card I played a lot in Standard when it was legal. But I do think that giving everyone +1/+1 is good. I think all 3 modes are good. That's why I have it in the deck. Just 4 damage burn spell is where we want to be. Is where this deck's at. Delaying creatures or time walking creatures. Sweeto. Yeah, we'll keep this. Depending on what opponent does. Okay. I think we're gonna lead on Noble. We do have enough lands. Yeah, let's lead on Renegade. Let's get aggro. Green, white, I think is what we want. So let's do it like this. This will have to get our... Well, either one of these can get black source. Temple Garden. I think we just want to be as aggressive as possible in this matchup. We don't get to have turn 2 Queller. But I think we're fine with that. Like a path is kind of the same thing as playing Noble Hierarch, if that's what they have. It looks like it's not. Ooh, Thalia. Ooh, Talisman. Okay. That's not where we want to be. Kind of need to draw something. Kind of need to draw something. Oh, interesting. So let's get out the forest. So we're going to get Watery Grave with one of these. So we have one white and green. White, green, blue, red. Yeah, that seems fine. To note, I massively punted by not playing this pre-combat. I don't know why. That was exactly my plan, and then something about this Talisman of Progress threw me off. So we're looking to fade a basically just Thought-Knot Seer next turn. Yeah, Thought-Knot Seer is really particularly awful against us right now, or awful for us to see right now, because this path is really all we've got going for us in terms of defense. Okay, that still doesn't rule out Thought-Knot. But they need to have an Eldrazi Temple. Thought-Knot. Okay, come on. No temple. No temple. Please, no temple. Alright, Rest in Peace makes Tarmogoyf bad, and this flippin' Snapcaster we just drew. But we're good otherwise. We get to Spell Coil this Thought-Knot Seer next turn. Opponent is also low on lands. Or they missed a land drop last turn. They were probably deciding between land or Thought-Knot Seer. I assume that's why it took them so long. They need another land. They don't have it. Sky Spawner. We'll quell that. We have another one, so we don't have to be too picky. Now it means we can attack for 3. Let's get that Watery Grave. Double Path, alright, I'm liking this. That Rest in Peace is actually pretty annoying now. Snapcaster plus Path. I guess we drew another Path, so it doesn't matter, but Snapcaster and Path are pretty good friends in this matchup. So opponent's still missing lands. Path that. Sure. Suppose we could quell it? Yeah, let's quell it, actually. So desperate for the blocker. I don't think they have another removal spell. So I could have been real wrong, then Queller's just great in this matchup. Oh, do they have another one? Okay. Well, that unlocks everything. Yep. So opponent will have a Sky Spawner to our nothing. And then we don't have another basic. So they'll be able to cast Not Seer next turn. I suppose I'm gonna run this out anyways. We're just trading with Sky Spawner, but I think that's fine. Oh wow, Tamiyo is great. So we can tap them both, or even better, combat damage. Yeah, we draw cards. So let's hold up as many white sources as possible. So we're plussing here. If they want to trade, we get to draw 2 cards, which is FYI very good. They want to hold on to the Scion because it's their only access to their 4th mana. Oh, they don't. The old one, Tarmogoyf. I think we don't play it. I think double path is probably better than playing 1 Goyf. Opponent didn't block there. I guess they're wanting to just attack Tamiyo in the air. But I think we're fine with that if they want to trade 3 for a 1 Tamiyo plus. I guess in their mind they are going to be able to resolve this Not Seer, which they do get to resolve it actually, but we get to deal with it. So enters the battlefield. So they do. So trigger on the stack, we'll exile this, and we'll see what we draw. Because they're going to get rid of this path to exile. So I think maybe... Okay, so they're going to get rid of... They can get rid of a Johnny or path here. And I like... Both those cards are good. So we'll force them to make it. If this was a dud, we would have pathed that Sky Spawner. But Sky Spawner isn't a big deal to us right now. Well, I guess let's not have the audience. Let's see if they attack. I assume they will. Yep. No reason to path here. We get to draw a card. That's pretty great. Save it for Revolt. 2/3 is really only good attacking. We're only going to be attacking with 1 creature from here on out, so I think we can safely fetch. We're definitely plussing again, drawing a card with Snapcaster and with Eldrazi Sky Spawner if they want to come at us. We'll get more blue sources and white sources. Or blue and green. I guess we get blue and green. Doesn't really matter. Okay. Hierarch. +1, yada yada. Kraken for 4. Opponent's in a rough spot. And I think we're going to play the Goyf here, depending on what we draw. Jeskai Charm. Can we cast it? Red, white, blue. Yeah, so let's play the Goyf. Now we can Charm and Path, so we are so good here. I was worried. This game has been great for two reasons. One, we got to kill him with Tribal Flames. Two, we got to show off Tamiyo, which we hadn't until this point. So Tamiyo has been quite impressive. Get to draw some more cards here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Opponent's just dead here any way they slice it. Is that most they can have like a flash creature? I think where we're at is gaining life, so I'm fine with that. Okay, so let's plus on these. They could have two paths, I suppose. Let's plus on these two. Let's get in there. Just got Charm. Just got Charm and Modern, my friends. Opponent's probably wondering what the crap's up with this attack. Oh, interesting. Do they have Resto? Settle the wreckage. Oh, we blew ourselves out. Nothing we can do. That's pretty funny. Did not expect that, I'm not gonna lie. Well, I'm glad I didn't go all out with my Tamiyo. So we have two creature removal spells here. Hope we don't have to use this one, because I would like to deal 4 damage with it. Displacer, sure. They do have blue mana up. I don't think they attack. They do, eh? Get to draw another card. They know we have a path. I think we do path them. Because this is lethal. 4+2. See how many basics they have. I'm sure they have a forest. Yeah. Ding, 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 ding. All of a sudden we have 9 points of burn in our hand. This deck is kind of gas. We don't even need to attack here, but you know we're gonna. And we're gonna kill them. We're gonna try to resolve Jeskai Charm first, because that's more lols than Tribal Flames. Let's just draw a card here casually. Tamiyo Narnim Renegade is nice because we're guaranteed essentially. It might as well read unblockable on most board states. And boom goes Dynamite. Red, white, blue. Go America. It feels great. For some reason this gets countered. We can fetch up a red source here. Or we can just play this Blood Crypt. Yeah, we did it. 3-0. This deck is great. Alright, well that's Tribal Zoo. Looks like kind of a pile of cards, but there's a method to the madness, and I think it's pretty decent. I think it's fun. That's definitely fun, and you know that's what we strive to do here on Tier Fun. So yeah, kind of an expensive fun deck because Tarmogoyf's Noble Hierarchs are not cheap, but pretty powerful stuff, you know, and it does the things you want to be doing in Modern. It is proactive, and we're threatening our opponent's life total. You can't say that we don't have Clock in this deck with Tarmogoyf, Tribal Flames, even Jeskai Charm, and all of our burn. Like, this is a potent deck. And these are powerful cards that I think are looking for homes in Modern, and I do believe this is a good spot for them. I don't know if it's the best spot for them, but it is a good spot for them. We didn't get to cast Thalia, but we got to cast, I think, every other spell in our deck, right? Except for Grim. But yeah, like Tamiyo, Tamiyo does very powerful things. Obviously, you do need creatures, but even if you don't have creatures, you know, it'll buy you 2 turns against 2 creatures, which is great. Thalia is also good at just racing situations. So I mean, who's to say? Besides more testing, if this is the right spot for all of them. But Tamiyo was very impressive. Very, 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 very impressed with it. Sideboard wise, the sideboard paid off for sure. We kind of played matchups where we got to bring in the good stuff, and it was effective. So, you know, nothing really to say. Maybe this Kozilek's Return or this Timely could be other things. Also these 2 cards, though I think a Johnny Vengeance is great as well, and it's really cool to bring in when someone's essentially going to be able to 1-for-1 you, like against a Jund or something. It's really cool to have these 2 harder to interact with spells to bring in. Even something like Timely. Because we have black, we could also be running Lingering Souls, which is a card I did have in the sideboard. I kind of started off with like a 20-card sideboard because, you know, you can play like anything. It's pretty awesome. Like Kumbal is pretty good. Like you can. I wanted to find a spot for him. But I went with a more, I guess, less spicier sideboard than one I could have been running with like Kumbals and like, I don't know, any ridiculous card we want. Cabal and Lingering Souls, I think that's pretty crazy for like, you know, just looking at this mana base, mainly green. But yeah, I didn't want to push the envelope too far with my first go, but I like this deck. I think I'm going to be playing more of it in the future. Who knows when, but yeah. Well, anyways, that's Tribal Zoo. Hope you guys enjoyed. Shout out to all new subscribers I've been getting in for the past couple weeks. Glad to have you here. Hope you're enjoying. I'm gonna try to. I know I've said this like for the past week or 2 weeks, but I'm gonna try to get a stream or 2 this week. I might try to put one up on YouTube just to test out. I've streamed once on Twitch so far, and nonce on YouTube. Not once on YouTube. Not at all on YouTube. None times. So I'm not as familiar with its interface, but I think that's something I'm probably going to be doing heading forward. We have some exciting things going on in the background that haven't come to fruition yet, but things are shaping up for Tier Fun, and you guys I'm glad you're here for me on this crazy journey. We've been playing a whole butt ton of Modern, which is what we do recently, but we haven't. I like to sprinkle decks in. I haven't been able to release as many videos as I'd like, but I think once we get back to trying to put out a video a day, then you might start seeing more sprinkles of other formats. Pauper, Commander, Standard. There's actually some Dinos decks actually that I'm interested in testing out. And even Legacy at a certain point. We're not quite there yet with our card base, but it's on the horizon. Obviously, Vintage is there too, but that's even further. But anyways, that's all future stuff. We'll be back tomorrow with another Modern video. I'm not sure which one it's going to be, but it'll probably... I can't promise it'll be as spicy as this one. This one's, I think, is pretty dang spicy and pretty powerful, but we'll do our best. We'll do our best. As always, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Having a wonderful day. And thanks for watching. I'll see you around. Goodbye. Bye now.